Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second game of this double-header here at the beautiful Greenway Oval here in Canberra. This match now, the men's turn to get it underway here in the Australian Gridiron League. It is the ACT Monarchs taking on the New South Wales Wolfpack here. Highly anticipated match and a good crowd in here. Luckily, the sun has come out. After the last few days, there has been some pretty dreary conditions here in Canberra, but everything has come together at the right time, and we're all looking forward to a terrific game of gridiron. Special thanks to Hostworks for assisting us with the live stream today. And if you just joined us and did not see the result of the women's game that just happened here on Ascension Sports TV, the ACT Monarchs females team was much too strong for the New South Wales Coyotes. 32-0 your final. Katrina DeMont scoring 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 of them in receiving. And Catherine Mill was by far one of the stars of the day. Very hard to bring down as a running back, and she had 2 touchdowns of her own and plenty of big plays. And now the umpires break in the middle, and it is time to get underway here. This New South Wales Wolfpack team, plenty of talent, that's for sure. You can definitely see a few Australian Outback gridiron helmets there, which is definitely not a good sign for the Monarchs at the moment. The Monarchs coming off a heavy loss to the Sun Devils a few weeks ago. We're looking to improve on that game in this one. Certainly have not drawn an easy schedule for their Australian Gridiron 2014 League campaign. Looks like the guys from Gridiron New South Wales, the Wolfpack, will be receiving the opening punt of this one. Tom Paggett looking to kick off the ACT Gridiron. And we are set to get underway here in Canberra. Opening kickoff. Good long punt. Holds up in the wind, however. Received at the 20. Look at fumble on the handoff. And the ACT potentially could have dived on the ball after they tried to use a bit of trickery to get a good return on the opening kickoff. Luckily for the Wolfpack, the Monarchs unable to dive on it, and now the Wolfpack will start on their own 25-yard line. Certainly plenty of players to watch here from the Wolfpack, in particular number 11, Kieran Dorney, who has been an Outback Australian gridiron quarterback, can certainly run an offense with precision, that's for sure. Spread set at the moment. 2 wide receivers either side here for the Wolfpack's first play of this match. Monarchs loving up with a 3-4 defense. Dorney back in the pistol. And that is definitely going to be a false start or an offside penalty on the Monarchs. Trying to jump the blitz and just got the timing wrong in the end. And that's immediately going to be a penalty. Offside on the Monarchs as expected. 5-yard gain for the New South Wales Wolfpack here in the first quarter. It's a good way to start for them. And the Monarchs immediately on the back foot now. Need to hold firm. Spread set again. Dorney back in the pistol. Low snap, recovers well. Throws to the outside, hits his target, and he's going to shrug a tackle. And he is going to get out for the first down and more. Good tackle from number 26 for the ACT's men's team, Zach Bryars. But good play for the Wolfpack to get the first down on their first play. And now they're looking like they're going to hurry up the offense potentially. Once again, spread set. Have the fullback in next to Dorney. Immediately Dorney looking calm and relaxed in the situation he's in. Drops back, has time in the pocket. Throws, finds his receiver on the outside. He's just not going to be able to make the play. Flag down on the play, however. And another good connection there from Dorney. He is going to find his receiver, Grant McNaughton, there, and he is not going to be able enough for the first down. We'll have to see what the flag is on, however. And it looks as if, though, by the way the Wolfpack are walking backwards, it would be a holding penalty. And that will push them back and undo the hard work they did there. Dorney already looking solid, especially with the time that he has in the pocket. Looking very commanding there. And that is going to be a big blow for the Wolfpack already, who, after the first play that Dorney passed off, they made some good yards, but now they are in trouble. First down and a long way for them. Spread set. Dorney fakes the handoff. Has time. Now he's under pressure. Scrambles out. Good throw down the middle. And terrific composure from Dorney to make the pass straight down. Hit his receiver, Kent Nguyen. Number 84, wide open down the field. Dorney is going to prove a key factor for this Wolfpack team, and he is already doing good. They're already straight into the hurry-up. Trips on the right-hand side. Fullback in beside him. ACT still lining up 3-4. Fakes a handoff down the middle. He's going himself, and he shows some explosive speed. And he gets sat on, basically, as he slides, and that will be called by the umpires, and that could be another big loss for the Monarchs. Already under pressure from this Wolfpack side. Kieran Dorney already looking very, very accustomed to the conditions and looking like he's going to be in for a big day so far. And a personal foul as suspected, and that's going to continue to move the ball downfield in the wrong direction for the Monarchs. The Wolfpack looking dominating early, and they move now just on the edge of their red zone. Once again, they're now lining up, trips right, using this very quick offense, choosing not to go into the huddle, but moving their way through on no huddle offenses. Moving the man in motion, number 84. Dorney sits back, has time, scrambles through the gap. He's going to slide smartly. Had pressure coming towards him. Number 32 from the ACT Men's, Tim MacArthur, making a good defensive play to put the pressure on Dorney to make sure he doesn't have a lot of room to work with, because already we've seen he can be explosive with his passing as well as his rushing. Once again, hurry up offense. Trips on the right-hand side again. Monarchs can't afford to put too many on the line. They need to have players back in the secondary, moving the man in motion to make it a spread set. Handoff down the middle to the fullback. He tucks his shoulder in and gets a few extra yards. He's going to push it down and make sure it is now a 3rd and short situation for the Wolfpack. They are now inside their red zone. Hurry up offense again. Spread set. Monarchs need to be able to slow down the tempo. And that is going to be a false start penalty. It's going to be a free play for Dorney. Scrambles out the backside. Shows a lot of pace. Throws to the outside. Good throw. Nguyen turns inside one. He's down the outside. And a terrific play from Kieran Dorney, who, although had the free play on the false start penalty, was able to make something of it and potentially could now have the choice of going down and having the ball on their 5-yard line. Another terrific play from Dorney, finding Nguyen open. And the Wolfpack looking very solid early in this one. The Monarchs unable to find an answer already for Kieran Dorney. So both the penalties on the play have offset each other, because one on either side, and now they will repeat 3rd down. Dorney and the Wolfpack have been doing very well under this hurry-up offense already. Lining up in the pistol again. Looking for a call there on the hard count. Not getting one from the referees. Drops back, quick pass. Nguyen again. And he is tackled in the backfield, and there's a fumble, and he's going to recover it. Terrific play from number 16, Ben Fuller, not only making a tackle in the backfield to stop the Wolfpack driving, but forces the fumble and jumps on it himself. Terrific play to get the Wolfpack off the field when they were driving and looking very convincing. And now the Monarchs have a chance to build their own drive early in this one. And that is a big factor in this one. If you can't convert, obviously it's going to hurt you on the scoreboard. And the Wolfpack, even though they have been dominating in this early part of the game, it's still tied at 0-0. Now, first possession here. Handoff. Straight down the middle. He is going to get 5 or 6 yards on the play. Stuart Duncan with the run, and now it's 2nd and 3 for the Monarchs. They're going to line up. One receiver either side. I formation. Stuart Duncan in the backfield looking for another 7-yard run. Handoff again. This time cuts inside. He's going to be able to dive his way over the first down marker. And good blocking already from the ACT Monarchs, being able to push through the middle and making sure that he is going to be able to go straight down for the first down. And now the Wolfpack immediately reeling on the back foot. Now they need to get a defensive stop while it's still in the Monarchs' territory back here now. 38-yard line, first down and 10. Handoff down the middle. And he is going to get met solidly by a few Wolfpack defenders, not moving anywhere quickly. Good hitting there from the defense. Number 4, Tom Paget. Second down and 6. Monarchs lining 2 wide receivers out to the left-hand side. 2 backs in the backfield. Once again, hands it off down the middle to Duncan. Shrugs a tackle, gets through the line, and the Monarchs, much like the women's team earlier on today, have been very effective with the run so far. Flag down and the umpires jumping in to separate a couple of players. Immediately a bit of heart in this one. Have to wait to see what the umpires have called it on. So a big penalty on the Monarchs will negate that run and will send them back a few more yards. And now not a good position for the Monarchs to be in, especially since they had the momentum. Stuart Duncan and Tom Paget running well up the middle so far. First down and 10 now. Now back on their own 36-yard line. Toss play to the left-hand side. Duncan cuts back. Big hit. Massive hit from the Wolfpack defense, looking to assert their dominance early in this one. Number 27 for the Wolfpack, making sure that he is right in the action early. Andrew Asher lowering his shoulder and laying the big hit on Stuart Duncan, the running back. He's sure to receive a few more of those, considering the calibre of this New South Wales Wolfpack defense. Second down and 8 now. I formation, one receiver either side. Drops back, good throw to the outside and a good take. Number 18 for the ACT Monarchs, Anthony Bazzullo, making a terrific catch there on the dive, and that will get them enough yards for the first down. The Monarchs looking convincing early on offense. The only thing that's been holding them back so far is penalties. Terrific pass there from number 5 as well, Steve Finley, with his first completion of the day. Spread set. Finley dropping back again. has good time in the pocket. Long ball downfield. And it's going to fall short. Potentially the conditions here at Greenway Oval might be playing a factor for those who are unable to watch the first game here of the Australian Gridiron League between the women's. There is a lot of wind around here at the moment, and it is swirling around and making passing difficult. Steve Finley, big, tall quarterback who can certainly make the distance on throws. That one fell short on him. Could potentially be a sign that the weather might be playing a factor in this one. It's a good sign, though, that the Monarchs are getting good production from their running. 2nd down and 10 now. Spread set. Finley fakes the handoff, goes himself, and he will slide down. We'll get 3 or 4 yards under the Wolfpack pressure, and now this leaves a 3rd down and medium conversion now for the Monarchs here, dead on midfield. Been an entertaining start to this one so far. Still scoreless, but both teams looking like they're going to be able to dominate offensively in this one. It's whether the defenses on each side can step up. And so far, Ben Fuller from the Monarchs causing a fumble down in the end zone for the Wolfpack, and they coughed up their first possession. 3rd down and 7. Once again, a spread set. Finley drops back, has time, throws it over the middle, and the Wolfpack defense is claiming he's dropped it. It took him 2 tries to grab it, but the umpires agree that it is a terrific reception, number 18, Anthony Pizzolo, and that is going to move the chains again. And the Monarchs building a solid drive here to start off this match, and the Wolfpack being unable to get their defense off the field. Steve Finley looking good in the pocket, looking like he's setting himself well, and has time to throw the pass. Like we saw in the earlier game for the women's, if you do not have time to set yourself and get into a rhythm, you might be in trouble. 5 receiver set now. Finley drops back, once again has time, throws deep down the field. Good cover work in the corner there. When the long ball goes in, it's up to the cornerback to make the big play. Kevin Drin making a good play down the field to bat that ball down and prevent the big gain. It's now 2nd down and 10 for the ACT Monarchs. Steve Finney looking very confident in that pocket at the moment. And what's better still is they have a good running game to go back to, already having a few players getting some good yards at the moment on the ground. Back to the I formation now. Receiver either side. Handoff down the middle. Tom Padgett. And he is wrapped up convincingly. The Wolfpack defense onto that one this time around. And he making a great play to make sure that the Monarchs continue to have to sit now on a 3rd and 10 situation, which might have to call Finley back into action. But he has been good so far. Let's see if the Wolfpack are up for the challenge here in an entertaining first quarter so far. Spread set. Finley drops back. Once again has a lot of time. The deep ball down the sideline. Oh, and it is just put down. Good defensive pressure, was tight, but the Finley throw was even better. And boy, was that almost a massive game for the Monarchs. They've looked good so far on offense, but might be forced to punt now, even though they're on the Wolfpack's 40-yard line. They might have to get rid of this one. However, it looks as if they're going to make sure that they are going to punt this one away. Look like they might be lining up in a set to go for it on 4th down. That's not the case. The punt is down the sidelines off to the left-hand side. The wind held that on up. And now the Wolfpack get another chance to open the scoring in this match. They looked very convincing in their first drive. Kieran Adore, obviously a superstar in Australian gridiron, looking the part early and making sure he's tearing the Monarchs defense apart at the moment, but turnover cost them on the first possession. Let's see how the second possession goes. Spread set now for Kieran Dorey. Kieran Dorey choosing not to go under centre for any of these plays so far. Handoff down the middle. Tries to cut back. Looks as if the ball might have come loose. Well done there from the Wolfpack fullback to make sure that he didn't lose possession of that ball. And now he's going to get a 1 yard gain for his efforts. 2nd down and 9 for the Wolfpack now. Moving a receiver over to make sure it's now trips right for the Wolfpack. Monarchs lighting up. Cover 2. Fake handoff down the middle. Dory, he's got time and he's hit well. John Tolsha with a big hit on the play. And the Monarchs holding firm so far, but the Wolfpack now only have 4 yards to gain now to keep the chains moving here. And 4 yards for Dorney, either on the ground or in the air, certainly does not seem to be a challenge at the moment. Spread set. Drops back, has time, looks around, chooses to cut through the line, gets around a few defenders, ducks in and out, and he is going to go down. Now, whether he got enough yards for the first down remains to be seen, but good agility from the quarterback at least to be able to evade 2 or 3 defenders who are right on his tail in this one. Looks as if he doesn't have the yards, but they're going straight into hurry up. Spread set. 4th down and 1. Dorney sits back. Has time. Throws over, and it will be incomplete. And the Monarchs hold out the Wolfpack and now have extremely good field position to take their own drive. Now going to start in before the 35-yard line, which leaves the Monarchs with a very good position here to either drive this one into field goal range or potentially even open with the first touchdown of this game so far. The Monarchs defense doing well to hold up the Wolfpack at the moment. Now it's the Wolfpack's turn to hold up the Monarchs. 1st down and 10 now on the 33-yard line. I formation. Toss play to the outside. He's got room to move, but the Wolfpack defender's doing well to close the gap. Number 17 for the Wolfpack making a very good tackle in the open field, Liam Irby. And he is able to bring him down for no gain. And the Monarchs now 2nd down and 10. This has been a very entertaining and high-paced contest so far. Looking forward to seeing more of this as the game goes on. Both quarterbacks have looked good so far. Finley hands it off down the middle, and again the Wolfpack are all over the run, making sure he is going nowhere. The Monarchs early got good penetration on the run, but the Wolfpack look to have corrected it so far. And the Monarchs now a 3rd down and 7 conversion here. One of the most important of the game so far, considering the good field position they are in at the moment. Trips on the short side here. Trips on the right. Finley calls a man in motion. Tom Paget hands it off to Stuart Duncan, but he's lost his footing. And because we play NCAA rules, he is down by contact by having a knee or the elbow on the ground. Does not need to be touched. And an unfortunate break there for the Monarchs, who might have had a few yards extra there if Duncan could have retained his footing. But now 4th down and 8. Could definitely be worth to go for it here, especially considering that a punt would be pretty risky, considering it might go out the back of the end zone. And a field goal might be just out of reach for the Monarchs. So now they're going to go for it. I formation. Wolfpack lining up in a 4-3. Finley drops back. Has time again. Plenty of time. Looks downfield. Throws to the outside and good corner work. But a flag is on the play. Kevin Trin doing a great job to be all over the receiver Finley was targeting. But there is a flag down which could suggest this could be either offensive or defensive pass interference. Be interesting to see what the call is, because if it is defensive pass interference, the Monarchs' drive is alive. It's one of the most resounding things so far is the Monarchs. Steve Finley has had such time in the pocket to look down the field and survey his options downfield. The Wolfpack secondary and the linebacking core have done a terrific job covering the receivers, but Finley has been up to the challenge because he has had that much time to set himself and focus on the pass at hand. The umpire's call. The flag is waved off. And the Wolfpack will get the ball back, forcing a turnover on downs. The Monarchs coming after the field. The Wolfpack now will have to drive at least 70 yards to make sure that they can open the scoring in this one. Still 0-0, but don't be deceived by the score. It has been an entertaining match so far. Now spread set for the New South Wales Wolfpack, who certainly have shown their strength in doing hurry-up offense. There's a real confidence in the play calling and the systems there. And especially when you've got Kieran Dorney as your quarterback, you have every right to feel confident. Spread set. First down and 10 now. Low snap. Dorney does well, though. Sets himself in the pocket. Good pass down the middle. And here he goes all the way down the field for the touchdown. Grant McNaughton getting the ball in the middle of the field on the slant route. And he will exhibit some terrific speed for a big man. And he will blast away the Monarchs secondary for the first score of the game. And the Wolfpack, in a tight game, now take a 6-0 lead, awaiting the extra point conversions. And Dorney had all the time in the world, stepped up, the pass right on target. And now here we go. This looks like an unusual play to call here. Bunching off to the right side, the toss is no good, and he's going to get forced out of bounds. New South Wales opting to bunch majority of their players off to the left-hand side to try to get a barge in for the 2-point conversion, but the toss is no good. He's going to go out, and the New South Wales Wolfpack will open the scoring here in the first quarter. It's now 6-0 here over the ACT Monarchs in Canberra. Grant McNaughton just took the Wolfpack to the opening lead after taking a 69-yard pass for the touchdown. Kieran Dorney looking dominant already for the Wolfpack so far. Kickoff following the touchdown. It's a low kick. It's going to bounce first. Good take, though, down the field from Stuart Duncan. Has time to kind of waltz into the gap, and he is going to get hit solidly by a bunch of the Wolfpack just before the 30-yard line. And now the Monarchs will come back onto the field. Have looked good offensively at the moment, but now find themselves down, and they're going to need to have another good drive down the field. Steve Finley has looked dominant in the pocket so far, just has not been able to convert on the long passes that he's made because the Wolfpack secondary has been so tight on the receivers that does not give him a lot of room to work with his throws. First down and 10 now for the Monarchs, lining up in the I formation. One receiver either side. New South Wales putting 4 on the line. Finley drops back, throws to the outside. And good composure to find his man on the out route. Number 18 for ACT, Anthony Pizzolo. Sorry, Anthony Pizzolo, my mistake. And that will bring up the end of the first quarter. It's been an entertaining one here at the Greenway Oval in Canberra. The score is 6-0. Make sure you join us for the second quarter. This one is destined to be quite a beauty of a match. Second down and 3 now for the ACT Monarchs here as we start the second quarter. They trail by 6. I formation, hands off. Stuart Duncan pierces through the line, shrugs a few tackles. He's in the open field. He's got plenty of pace, and he is going to get pushed out of bounds at around the 25-yard line. Terrific run from Stuart Duncan. Went straight through the middle of the line, got some good blocking early on the line to create that gap, and he's able to shrug a few tackles. Often the small running backs are often even the hardest ones to stop because they are so quick and agile and very, very hard to get your hands around. And he shows it there, has some good pace to burn in the secondary, and now ACT Monarchs, that's exactly what they needed to start this second quarter. They now are pushing on the edge of the red zone and looking to put the Wolfpack under pressure. There is a foul on the play, however. There's going to be a chop block on the Wolfpack. And that is going to give them even more yards. And now they're inside their red zone, and the Wolfpack are now going to have to put on a good defensive set here to hold their 6-point lead. Around the 15-yard line. Stuart Duncan has looked good so far, and the rushing offense has been able to produce well to back up Steve Finley, who has looked good standing in the pocket. Finley fakes the handoff, has time, rolls into the corner. The throw is just over everyone's head. Anthony Pizzullo, he's a tall receiver, but still can't be that tall to make that catch. Ball goes out the end of the end zone. It's now 2nd down and 10 for the Monarchs. Immediately using that play action to create some space, as if Finley actually needs more space. He's already getting good protection from his line. Just trying to use Stuart Duncan as a distraction on that play to try to draw the Wolfpack in. They line up in a 4-3, the Wolfpack. Finley hands off down the middle and immediately closed down. Terrific penetration from the lineman on that play. Number 79 for the Wolfpack, making a terrific play to make sure that they are going nowhere. Fadiayan. And now it's 3rd down and 11, which is a tricky situation for the Monarchs here. Would be very disappointed not to score on this possession, considering the field position they are in at the moment. The Wolfpack defense, though, they look like they're up for it so far, especially in these tight situations. Lining up in the I formation, one receiver either side. Finley drops back, has time, goes to the corner of the end zone, and he almost had a touchdown. He had it delivered right to his numbers. A perfect pass from Steve Finley, and Ash Smart in the corner of the end zone has it bobble off his chest plate. And that is going to cost the ACT potentially. They have one more crack at this unless they do want to go for the field goal. But Ash Smart giving up a golden opportunity to tie this match here in the second. Steve Finley looking so composed. He had 2 defensive backs coming in over the top to try to get to the route. They just couldn't get to it. You could not have weighted the pass better. But unfortunately now they have to have one more try at it. I formation again. Steve Finley drops back. Good time in the pocket again to Ash Smart in the corner, but it's over his head. And the Monarchs are going to come away from their good field position empty-handed, and the Wolfpack now hold on to their 6-point lead in a very lucky break for them. Spread set now for the Wolfpack as they start their new possession. They're deep in their own territory, however. Dorney hands it off. Good penetration to the outside, shows some good speed. Monarchs will be able to close it down before it becomes much of a problem. They'll be able to gain 4 or 5 yards on the play. And the Wolfpack looking to add to their lead now after they barely got away with it. If you just missed it, Ash Smart had a pass in the corner of the end zone, bobbling off his breastplate. And the Wolfpack survive. 2nd down and 4. Spread set again. Dorney hands off again. Down the middle, he breaks a few tackles. Now he's in space. This is good blocking from the receivers downfield. And a terrific play from number 23 for the Wolfpack, being able to get into space. He has terrific sideways agility there. And he's been able to break the tackle. And once again, they're going into the hurry-up offense. Kieran Dory doing a good job of orchestrating this attack at the moment. Nick Grant doing a terrific job so far at running through the line as well. And that will definitely be a flag. Free play for Dorney. Looks downfield. Everyone's stopped, but he throws down the field. And a good spin move to get out of pressure. And a great reception downfield. Number 83, Thomas Granger, wide open there. Dorney knows he had a free play on that one. The penalty is now declined. And onwards, the New South Wales Wolfpack move. Especially on a play where the umpires do not blow dead, it gives the quarterback an opportunity to possibly go for a big play, knowing that if it doesn't come off, they're still not going to lose anything because the penalty is on the defense. And that one there, he kept the play alive. A lot of the line work stopped. And Dorney did a very good job to find his receiver downfield. Big gain. They're now pressing against the edge of the end zone. 2 receivers out to the right-hand side. Handoff down the middle to Grant. And he is hit solidly. Well done from the defense to hold him up there. Kieran Dory moving players across the line. Now going to line up with a spread set. Got 2 receivers on the short side here. Got Grant lining up next to Dorney. 2nd down and 7. Tosses it off. And he has got room to move now. Showing some good speed. Cuts back inside. Big hit. And a flag is down. Potentially on at the big hit there. A good little flick off there. Equivalent of the end around. Just this time didn't wait for him to come past him. Just tossed him the ball and said, you can do the rest. Terrific play on the outside there. We have to wait to see what the umpire's call is. It's going to be tight to see whether that was a first down regardless of the penalty. Face mask penalty, a huge loss for the home team. They now have had to back up now all the way into their own territory. The Wolfpack now threatening to add their 2nd score of the day. 1st down and goal now. After Anthony Chuong's end around run. I formation, 2 receivers on the right-hand side. Low snap. Dorney hands it off to Nick Grant. He runs down the middle and is met solidly. Will maybe get a yard or 2 on the run. And the ACT Monarchs need to come up with a big defensive possession down here. The first drive of the game, the Wolfpack looked threatening. We're inside their own red zone. Ben Fuller forcing the fumble. And they survived that possession at least. Now let's see what they can do on this possession defensively. The Wolfpack are looking very concerning at the moment. They've got 3 players in the backfield. Dorney, low snap, hands off to Grant. Has time in the pocket. Gets outside. And they're going to call it a touchdown. Ben Fuller was unable to make the tackle on the outside, and Nick Grant will run it in for the Wolfpack's 2nd touchdown. It's when you have 2 backs in the backfield who are just looking to block primarily. Dorney hands it off. Grant is able to get to the outside and use some good speed to knock over the pylon and add it to the Wolfpack's lead. They now lead 12-0. They're bringing the line back inside now, and they're looking to kick this one through for the extra point attempt. Snap is good. The kick is on its way. And that will be good. And it now gives the New South Wales Wolfpack a 13-0 lead here in Canberra at Greenway Oval. The sun has come out beautifully for this contest after a few days of rain here in Canberra. And a healthy crowd is in to see their Monarchs at the moment putting up a good fight, but they're now 2 touchdowns down at the moment. Let's see how they respond. Kent win the kickoff. It's a short kick. They're going to see if they can try to recover it, but well done from the Monarchs to dive onto the ball there. And Anthony Pizzullo being able to make the play on the special teams gives the Monarchs good field position now. It's a risky thing to kick the ball short because you may be able to get the ball back, but if you do not get the ball back, basically the defensive team that you're kicking towards get an extra 10, 15, 20 yards, which could prove pivotal if the Monarchs can build another drive. Stuart Duncan has looked good on the ground for them, and Finley's looked good passing deep, as well as passing short on out routes, slant routes. He's looked good so far. They still haven't been able to add anything to the scoreboard, however. I formation. Finley hands it off to Duncan down the inside. He shrugs a tackle or two, being able to get a few extra yards out of that big scrum in the middle there. And the Wolfpack now looking to hold on here at midfield. Don't be deceived by the 13-0 scoreline. The ACT Monarchs have been in this game, have been unable to convert on the good chances that they've had in terms of territory. And the Wolfpack have, and that has been the difference so far in this one. 2nd down and 7 now. Once again in the I formation. Finley hands it off to the fullback down the middle, and the Wolfpack are all over the play. The offensive line for the Monarchs unable to get much blocking on that play. And this will be basically a gain for nothing here. And now bring up a 3rd down and 7 situation, which leaves the Monarchs now potentially might have to pass this one. However, that's not the worst thing in the world at the moment. Still, Finley has looked terrific at the moment in the pocket and has had plenty of time to operate with the offensive line, doing well at their pass blocking duties. Whether the Wolfpack can now bring some pressure to disrupt him, it remains to be seen. Now lining up I formation, 2 receivers to the left-hand side. Finley drops back under pressure, throws the ball over the top, and it is too high for Anthony Pizzullo. And that will bring up 4th down. See, that's exactly what we're talking about. If the Wolfpack can create pressure and rush Finley, it's going to make for least accurate passes. And so far, Finley has had a trouble keeping the ball down when he's passing deep, has been unable to drop it in on his receivers. They've been going over their heads. Unlucky not to have a touchdown after Ash Smart had the ball bounce off his chest plate when he was wide open in the end zone. But can't reflect on that now. They're looking like they are going to go for it on 4th and 7. I formation, 1 receiver either side. Wolfpack bringing blitz. Under pressure, throws it over the top. And instead of going for the interception, the defensive back in the secondary just chooses to make sure the receiver can't get to it. And that is going to be a turnover on down, and the Monarchs, again coming off the field, the Wolfpack starting to step up defensively as they looked to take a dominant this position in this game so far. 13-0 the score at the moment for the Wolfpack. Timeout called, and so now the Wolfpack with a 13-point lead will begin their possession on the Monarchs' 46-yard line. Can they add to their score heading in to halftime? It's been an entertaining contest so far. Certainly not short of any big plays on offense. Seems to be some confusion at the huddle here to who's going to come on and sub. Well, we take this time. If you have missed the earlier game between the women's ACT Monarchs and the New South Wales Coyotes, in which the Monarchs won 32-0, do not fear. It will be online on the Ascension Sports TV YouTube channel. They'll have all the game in full, as well as highlights and interviews as well. So make sure you check out for that. Now back here. Spread set. New quarterback in. Kieran Dorey taking a break. Handoff down the middle. Sidesteps around, but a good open field play to be able to get at his angles. Tim MacArthur with the tackle on the play to be able to get to his ankles. And the Wolfpack now immediately looking to hurry this up here, even without Dorney in at quarterback. Spread set at the moment. Handoff down the middle again to Tim MacArthur. He's going to break the line. Terrific agility, showing some incredible pace. Ben Fuller's almost there, but he's not going to stop him. And the Wolfpack, after being 0-0 at quarter time, has now jumped out to a big 19-0 lead here. Tim MacArthur showing incredible quickness, and he was able to get in for the touchdown. Sorry, my correction, number 32 for the Wolfpack. Mason Safkuni, making a terrific run, showing some incredible agility and quickness to get into the backfield and then just blasting away, turning on the Jets. Now, 2-point conversion. Spread set. Drops back, throws down the middle. Terrific play. Number 15 for the Wolfpack. Mitch Hunt taking the 2-point conversion. Now leaves the score 21-0 here. In the second quarter, the Monarchs went from being within striking distance in this one to suddenly now being 3 touchdowns down, and it makes for worrying signs, but the Monarchs have certainly shown that they're definitely not out of this one yet. Their offensive production has been good, but the difference between these two teams has been their conversions in the positions where they need to convert. The Monarchs at the moment have been unable to capitalise on good field position on a number of occasions, while the Wolfpack have been able to convert, add the scoreboard pressure, and it looks lopsided at the moment, but the Monarchs certainly are not out of this contest yet. Kickoff, another short kick from the Wolfpack. And as he's fumbled it, ball's gone down, and the Wolfpack are going to recover it. See, as we said before, it is risky to do those short kickoffs because you can lose good field position on defense, but especially when that sort of thing happens, unable to receive the kick, number 80, Simon McInnes, unable to hold on to the kick, it fumbles, and the Wolfpack now all of a sudden have the possession back again with a 21-point lead, and things have turned rapidly against the Monarchs. Spread set. Pass down the middle to the big fullback. And he's going to run down, maybe potentially get 5 or 6 yards on the play, and the Wolfpack have suddenly blown this game open. And now they're going to look to go hurry up offense again. This is what the Wolfpack have done well so far. Kept ACT without being able to consult each other on the defensive end. It's now 2nd down and 5. Handoff again down the middle. He fakes it out of the outside. The pass is no good, however. There'll be a flag on the play, however. The handoff was so good it fooled me, but unable to be able to make the pass to the outside. And there will be a flag on the field, however, so we'll have to wait to see what the umpires have called that on. Might potentially be passing past the line of scrimmage. The flag has been waved off. And now the Wolfpack. Now on 3rd down and 5. Spread set. Looking to keep this Monarchs defense on the field. Haven't had much of a break in this second quarter. Back in the shotgun. Sits back. Has time. Now he's under pressure. Throw is behind his receiver. Good defensive pressure there from the Monarchs to be able to force him into a throw before he was ready. And the pass is behind his receiver. It now brings up 4th down and 5, although it is not impossible to be able to make this conversion. So ACT are going to have to be ready regardless of what the Wolfpack throw at them here. And it looks as if the Wolfpack are going to need to talk this one over. It's going to be a timeout on the Wolfpack. Scored 21-0 here in this second quarter. But do not be deceived. This one has been an entertaining match so far. Fourth down now. Big conversion for the Wolfpack here at midfield. 4th down and 5. Yeah. Dorney is back in for the Wolfpack. Usually not good news for defence as Dorney has time. Sits up and now he's hit under pressure, and terrific work from the line not to give up on the play. Number 22 from the Monarchs, Sean Gustausa. Gatusa, sorry, I've been corrected on my pronunciation. Making a big hit, and that is going to take the Wolfpack off the field. And now the Monarchs have just over 5 minutes in this quarter to make sure they can add to what has been a good offensive performance from them so far, just have not been able to convert on their chances. Let's see now, with 49 yards for them to score here, can they add some scoreboard pressure to the Wolfpack before halftime? I formation, one receiver either side. Finley drops back, has time, looks over to his second receiver. Good take. Had to go up in a one-on-one contest there and was able to have the vertical to get up above his defender, make a terrific play. Simon McInnes on the reception. He'll only get 4 yards for his efforts, though, which is disappointing for him. 2nd down and 6 now for the Monarchs. Second down and 6 now. Finley hands off down the middle to Duncan. Ducks around the outside. Good work to break a tackle. And exactly like we said before, those small running backs, hard to bring down, especially if you're trying to arm tackle them, because they can just slip out of your tackle easily. That's a good first down for the Monarchs already. And able to get out of bounds to stop the clock. 4 minutes 29 remaining here in the second quarter. If you have just joined us, it's been an interesting game so far. The Wolfpack 21-0 up over the Monarchs, but they have been competitive so far. And if you have missed the earlier game, ACT Monarchs females team won 32-0 over the New South Wales Coyotes. Duncan ducks back to the inside, and a good blocking from the line to make sure that he had room to work with. And that's going to be a good 8-9 yard gain. And the Monarchs immediately pressing here, looking to move towards the edge of their red zone. The Wolfpack, however, have put together some good defensive stops down near the red zone. So now it's the Monarchs' challenge to make sure that they can go out and get some points on the board to convert. Handoff down the middle for Duncan, and he's going nowhere. But it will be a first down nonetheless. And now the Monarchs get a fresh set of downs to work with. Important possession here for the Monarchs. Just over 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. Finley lining up in the I formation again. Charges straight down the middle. He's going to get wrapped up well. And there's a flag down on the play. We'll have to see what the umpires call here. But that at least will stop the clock for now. So there will be a foul on the Wolfpack, which is the last thing they need when trying to make a defensive stop late in the second quarter. And now the Monarchs have to take their opportunities now. They are just outside the 10-yard line. And the Wolfpack now, they hold a 21-point lead. The Monarchs desperately needing some points to make sure that they are in this game at halftime. Lining up. Once again in the I formation. Hands off to Duncan, runs down the middle. He gets hit well, and he's going to be stopped for potentially maybe a yard or two on the gain. The wind's starting to pick up again, which is going to make passing difficult. Although Stuart Duncan has done well to be able to generate some yardage. Good blocking from the offensive line has been able to help him to do that. Seems a common theme amongst the ACT Monarchs team, both women and males. Split backs now. Finley hands it off. Duncan trying to get to the outside, and he is shut down well. Good work from the Wolfpack line to contain him as he went to the outside. He was going nowhere, and now the Monarchs in a familiar position again. Have been in good field position a fair few times in this one, have not been able to convert, and the Wolfpack's red zone defense has to be accredited for this. They have done extremely well to hold them up, and as a result, they have a 21-point lead in a game which should be a lot tighter than it is. Third down and 12 now. Big possession now for the Monarchs. Finley under center. Drops back. Has time. Throws low, and it's going to be behind his receiver. Good coverage on the corner. And that will bring up fourth down, which leaves the Monarchs in an interesting position now. There's a minute 28 left. Big play coming up for both teams here. If the Wolfpack can hold them out here, they can go into the half with a 21-point lead. The Monarchs need to score to stay competitive in this one. Man in motion around the outside. Fakes the handoff. Duncan cuts on the inside. And the fake end-around play will not be able to produce a first down or a touchdown or any form of score for the Monarchs. And they now have to come off the field. The Wolfpack yet again holding firm in the red zone. And as a result, they hold on to a commanding 21-point lead as we approach halftime here in the third round of the Australian Gridiron League live here on Ascension Sports TV. Kieran Dorney in the backfield now. Spread set. Dorney, he's been pressured in the pocket, hit well. There are flags down at almost every angle here. And so potentially that sack could count for very little here. Stops the clock for the Monarchs. They need to make sure that they are doing their best to force a very quick 3 and out. And then go for maybe potentially 1 or 2 big plays to try to score here. I have to see what the umpire's call is on the play. Five-yard penalty on the Monarchs. Now first down and 5. Spread set again. Dorney has been terrific so far. Hasn't even been in for most of the second quarter at least. His first quarter he was dominant. Looking to continue that form. Receives the snap. The pass is going to be incomplete. Falls short of his receiver coming across. And that will stop the clock. 58 seconds remaining. And it's now 2nd down and 7. Wolfpack again running the hurry-up offense. Low snap, does well to retain it. Dorney fakes the handoff, stays on his feet, but then it gets hit by a very, very solid linebacking core. And there's going to be a timeout called as he just falls short of the first down. And a timeout called now. 51 seconds remaining. It is 21-0 here in Canberra at Greenway Oval. The correction, it was a first down, which is going to put the Monarchs in a difficult position if they want to make a quick score before the half. Trips on the right-hand side. Dorney scrambles, makes a throw on the run and does well to do it. And a good reception there to get out of bounds, which will stop the clock ultimately. But they do get another first down, so it shouldn't matter as much. Grant McNaughton, who was the touchdown recipient of the first score, getting out of bounds for the first down there. There are a few flags being thrown now. Could potentially be on ACT for a bit of verbal interference, potentially. This has been unsportsmanlike conduct on both sides here. I mean, this game is starting to get a little bit scrappy here as we approach half-time. Certainly no feeling lost despite the scorecard at the moment. AC still playing here with a red-hot intensity, but at the moment, offensive scoring has let them down at the moment, and the Wolfpack have been able to make them pay with the experience that they have on their side. Lining up with Trips on the left-hand side to the far side. Dorney in the backfield. Takes a snap, has time, throws it to McNaughton on the outside. He's going to get the first down. And a good play designed to open up the field. McNaughton's going to take it. He has been one of the best receivers for the Wolfpack today. And Dorney certainly likes looking in his direction. A big, tall receiver who has plenty of wheels on him to make sure that he can evade defenders. Definitely a logistical nightmare for any defensive back or corner. 36 seconds remaining now in the second. Spread set. Dorney dropping back again, has time now, flushed out of the pocket, throws on the run. McNaughton again. This time just couldn't take it away from his body. And that will bring up second down. The Wolfpack clearly looking to try to add to their score despite the field position they were in when they started this drive and the time constraints that they have on them. Certainly not shying away here from potentially adding more points to this already Large lead here. And the Monarchs' pass defense now needs to get ready and make sure that they don't give up any big gains here to set the Wolfpack up here. Trips on the left-hand side to the short side. Dorney drops back. Throws this one deep downfield, and it's going to be wide of the receiver. Lost track of it in the end, and it's going to fall incomplete. Now 3rd down and 10 for the Wolfpack. Interesting situation with 19 seconds left. They'll be looking to potentially get the first down on this play and the 4th down conversion, but got to be careful, though. If they don't convert on the 4th down, they could give up good field position and potentially one last play for the Monarchs. So they're going to have to be smart here, or at least make the conversion. Spread set now. Dorney sits back, pass down the middle to McNaughton. Terrific take because he was rocked as he hit it by Tom Padgett. And that's going to be short of the first down. And as the clock continues to run, they move into hurry up. Looking for one last play potentially here on 4th down and 2. The snap is in time. Dorney throws it downfield. The man was open. And it's just wide. Potentially a big play. He got into the secondary. And Dorney was unable to hit him under pressure. And that will be the end of the first half of what has been a very, very entertaining game so far, filled with plenty of offense, but it has been the New South Wales Wolfpack who have dominated this contest. It is 21-0 here at halftime here on Ascension Sports TV. And welcome back to the second half of the Australian Gridiron League match between the New South Wales Wolfpack and the ACT Monarchs. Short kick again. Got a fumble out of it last time, but they called a fair catch. The Monarchs trailing 21-0 here on their home deck here in Canberra at Greenway Oval. The sun has come out and it is a beautiful day outside. The wind is quite strong down there, however, which will affect some passes, but neither quarterback has really looked affected by it, particularly Kiernan Dorney, who has looked terrific so far, whether he's inside the pocket, outside the pocket, basically just running around and running amok through this Monarchs defense. The Monarchs really needing to convert on their possessions as they head into the second half. Finley, first play, hands it off down the middle to Duncan, and he is met solidly on the outside. Big time play, only 2 or 3 yards on the play earned there. The Monarchs did very well to be able to get good and lots of offensive production into the first half, but were unable to convert their chances and now see themselves trailing to a Wolfpack team which was able to convert their chances. These teams have been relatively even throughout the match. It's just the Wolfpack have been able to finish their possessions. 2nd down and 8 now. I formation, Finley drops back in the pocket, has time, goes deep, very deep to his receiver, and it's through his arms, but it most likely will be called a defensive pass interference. Finley once again putting another good deep ball down the field. Ash Smart, who dropped a catch in the end zone in the second quarter, might have that call go in his favour. Has not been able to hold on to many catches today, Ash Smart. Steve Finley, though, still repaying the faith, sending the ball long downfield to him. We wait on what the umpire's call is because this could be a very big call here to start this third quarter, especially for ACT to be able to regain at least some ground in this match. And the flag has been waved off. And now it will be 3rd down and 8. And the Wolfpack once again in a position to try to hold on here. The Wolfpack's defense has bent but not broken in this match so far. They'll be looking to keep the same sort of trend up because it's gotten them to a very handy half-time lead. Third down and 8 now. Big possession for the Monarchs. I formation, one receiver either side. Finley drops back. Pressure coming on the blitz. And Finley cannot escape it, but throws the ball away. And there is a flag down on the play. Great pressure from the Wolfpack to be able to break the Monarchs live. Gives Finley no chance to settle or look for an option downfield. And it looks as if the Wolfpack might be able to get the ball back here on a 4th down punt, potentially. We'll see what the call is from the umpires. And that flag has been waved off. And that'll be 4th down for the Wolfpack. On 4th down now, looking to punt, the Monarchs. Going to send the Wolfpack deep into its own territory. Good snap. Padgett, that's a wonderful kick down into the corner, but it's just going to bounce through the end zone. And that will go out for a touchback, meaning the Wolfpack will start their second half on the 25-yard line, holding a 3-possession lead in this Australian Gridiron League match. First down and 10 now. Split set. Dorney back in the backfield. The pass is low. And he had to get down low to take it. And as a result, his knee being on the ground. And they will not get any further possession from that. And they will in turn actually lose a yard on the play. Number 15, Mitch Hunt on the reception. They're going to keep the theme. They've gone no huddle offense for most of the first half, and they're going to keep doing that. Another split set. Dorney. Hand off down the middle to the fullback. And he's going to get brought down after a few yards. Which will set up now a third down and medium range situation. As I've said before, this opens up the playbook, gives you a good position to potentially run it if you feel you're confident enough in your blockers, or be able to pass the ball. No huddle offense again. Same formation. Doing our 3rd and 8, has time in the pocket, bringing pressure, however, steps up, moves through the gap in the line, and he is away, and that is a terrific first down. Real exhibition of class from Kieran Dorney, and he does a terrific job reading the pressure coming at him. The Monarchs did well to have to flush him out of the pocket, but Dorney has terrific speed for a quarterback, and he does well to keep the drive alive for the Wolfpack, and they're going to keep it moving. Monarchs not having any time to compose themselves here. They just have to go out and to defend. Dorney with a man in the backfield, hands it off to him, and he dashes down the middle. Terrific agility. He breaks another tackle, and he could be almost in here, and he is. What a terrific touchdown. Seems like he was wrapped up at 2 or 3 different occasions, and he somehow breaks through the line and shows incredible speed to be able to blitz his way in for the touchdown. And now the Wolfpack have taken a commanding 27-0 lead in this one. Unbelievable running and tremendous quickness and agility to be able to dodge his way through the defenders. The Monarchs, however, might need to improve their tackling if they're going to need to try to bring down these running backs who are starting to get a good rhythm in this game. Second touchdown for Mason Sefcouni. 2-point conversion. Dorney sits back, throws it in, and McNaughton is able to convert on the 2 points. And the Wolfpack are starting to run away with this one at the start of the third. It's now 29-0 in favour of the New South Welshmen. And the ACT now need to collect themselves and get back on the field because realistically have not been that far out of this game. It's just the scoreboard has blown out of proportion because the Wolfpack have been able to convert on their offensive chances. Following the Safcooney touchdown. Kickoff is short. It's going to fall. And he's going to duck and weave his way through, but the Wolfpack are all over him to prevent him getting a decent kick return. And the Monarchs will start just past their own 30-yard line here as they look to try and get some offensive production here to get themselves back into this game. It must have been a frustrating first half for the Monarchs, knowing that they have the talent and the structures to be able to succeed against the Wolfpack, but have been yet to be able to put them together. And this match potentially looking like another game which could go in the direction of how Queensland beat them a few weeks ago. First down and 10 now. 2 receivers outside. Fakes the toss. Looks to go down the middle. It's a fumble on the play. And the Wolfpack are coming up with it. And things are starting to fall apart for the Monarchs on a fake toss play. Finley looked to hand it off down the inside. And when the ball comes loose, the Wolfpack are on it. And now they are in good field position again. They have just 29 yards to go to continually add to their increasingly opening up on the gap for the lead here. 29-0 at the moment and they'll be looking to extend it. Two wide receivers on the right-hand side. Dorney's off the field at the moment. Backup quarterback in. He throws the ball down the middle. Good take on the short route. And the Wolfpack will continue to get some yards here. Greg Evers, the receiver on that play. And now it's 2nd and 2. Continually going with no huddle to keep the defense on their toes, and it's worked so far, that's for sure. Two receivers out to the left-hand side on the far side of the field. Hand off down the middle, however, and he is met solidly. Cody Field with the tackle, and the Wolfpack unable to convert on a short 2nd down situation. They will get another shot, however. It's now 3rd down and 2. Split set now for the Wolfpack. Quick pass. Throws it in, about to duck back to the inside. Needs some blocking, runs straight back into the line. And it looks like he might have just fallen short of the 1st down. Did well to receive it on the quick curl. And continually tried to avoid the pressure, but ended up running back into the line. Max Nina on the reception, but he is unable to get any yards and in fact loses a few yards. And now the Wolfpack. 4th down and 3 to go. 4th down and 4 to go. It leaves the playbook open, however, which is going to be interesting to see how the ACT Monarchs defend this one. Spread set again. Bringing in the fullback as well, potentially for a run play. Hands it off. And he is going to be able to get a gap. Gets inside. Now, whether he is across the line, we up for the officials. We'll be able to get really good blocking on that play to be able to penetrate into that 2nd line of defense. And that will be enough to move the chains. And the Wolfpack continually keeping their offense on the field and continually pressing for more points to add to their lead at the moment. Now inside the red zone. Spread set. Hands off to the fullback. And he is going to break a tackle. Gets to the outside. Oh, cleaned up at the legs. And a good low hit to make sure he bring the big fullback down, because he was staying on his feet. You cannot bring fullbacks down with arm tackles. You're going to need 2 or 3 guys to at least make a solid hit on him, and that's exactly what they did. They limited the damage, only 2-3 yards gained on the play. No huddle offense again. Spread set. Drops back. Quick pass. And he will find his receiver down the outside. He gets dragged out of bounds. It could be close to see whether he is over the 1st down marker or not. Mitch Hunt taking the quick out route. And it looks as if this is going to be close, and it will be a 1st down. So now 1st down and goal for the Wolfpack. Continue to push here in this 3rd quarter, despite the handy lead they hold. Looking to continually assert their dominance. Hand off to the back. He's trying to weave his way through, and he's brought down eventually by a few Monarchs on this defense. Don't be deceived by the score. At halftime, it was 21-0, but the Monarchs were well and truly in this match through their offense, which is unable to convert. The Wolfpack have converted on their chances, and in this second half, they have immediately looked the better side. The Monarchs already looking under siege for the 2nd score of the quarter, and that would spell some impending doom for the Monarchs unless they had a terrific comeback up their sleeve. Quick flat route pass. Ducks inside one. Good open field tackle from Tom Padgett. And that is going to stop them and force them into a 3rd down and goal situation. This is where the Wolfpack have been strong in their red zone defense today. Let's see if the Monarchs can replicate that. The Wolfpack, however, they're still running without their main quarterback, Dorney, who has been terrific today and has been destructive of the Monarchs' defense. 2 receivers out to the right-hand side. Handoff down the middle, and he's going to duck to the outside and run in for his 3rd touchdown. Mason Safkuni, and showing his agility yet again, gets to the outside, avoids a tackle, and the Wolfpack running away with this one now in the 3rd quarter. Still 5 minutes remain in the 3rd quarter, but already the lead is now extended to 35-0. The Monarchs desperately needing some offensive points to get on the board. 2-point conversion now. They've moved majority of their line to the left-hand side. Quick trick play. And it looks as if he might have pulled in the 2-point conversion. And he has. Instead of going to where the majority of their players were, they do a quick shot out to the outside, and the 2-point conversion will be successful, which continues to add to the lead. It's now 37-0 here in the 3rd quarter here on Ascension Sports TV. Kickoff following the touchdown. This one's around the 30-yard line. Received well in the backfield by Ash Smart. He's wrapped up by his ankles, and that is a good tackle, especially on special teams, to not allow the kick returner to get any more yards than he gets when he receives the ball. And now the Monarchs will start again on the 36-yard line to see if they can get some offense going in this one. They currently trail by 37 points here in the 3rd. Here at Greenway Oval here in Canberra. First down and 10 now. I formation for the Monarchs. Finley under centre. Toss play to the outside. It's good contained from the linebackers. They made sure that he was going nowhere to the outside, forced him to cut back, and the Wolfpack, terrific job on defense to stop that toss play from getting any more yards than they were prepared to give up, and they concede just 1 yard on the play. Especially on toss plays, if you can get the defensive backs all to move and make sure that he doesn't have that seam on the outside, then it forces the running back to cut back on the inside where you presume majority of your defenders are and able to make the tackle. And that's exactly what they did there. Considering that Stuart Duncan is quite a quick running back, they did well to do so. I formation again now. Finley sits back, has time, throws across the field, and a good take from Anthony Pizzullo. But on the ground, however, he'll be ruled down by contact, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and medium situation for the Monarchs. Desperately need to keep this drive alive, to keep any hopes of this game alive for them. And Finley obviously needs some time out in the centre. He's looked all right so far, but just hasn't had enough time to work, especially with his defense being on the field a lot of the time because the Wolfpack have been able to control possession, especially in this second half. 3rd down and 3. Finley drops back under pressure quickly, but makes the quick slant pass. And a 1st down, Anthony Pizzullo. And they will move the chains and they will set up directly on midfield here. In case you missed it earlier, ACT women's team got up over the New South Wales Coyotes 32-0 on the back of 3 touchdowns from Katrina Dumont. 1st down and 10 now for the Monarchs. Handoff down the middle to Duncan. He's going nowhere. Good penetration from the line. A flag is thrown, though. Interesting to see what they're going to call that one on there. But the Monarchs have been unable to get a lot of offensive production from their back. The Wolfpack have made some terrific adjustments to make sure that they're not getting in much yards because the Monarchs were able to get some decent production out of Stuart Duncan. His ability to be able to create space for himself really did help in the first half, but the Wolfpack have shut it down. That helps the Monarchs, however. Face mask penalty, and now they're going to have a chance to once again get into good field position. Let's see how they respond here. The Wolfpacks in the red zone have been near flawless, apart from the one play where Ash Smart left the ball to bounce off his chest plate in the end zone. Fill in the eye. Wolfpack looking to blitz here. Hand off down the middle. Flag thrown. Patrick Duncan down the middle. And he will pick up at least 6 or 7 yards on the play. There is a flag on the play, however, potentially on an offside or a false start for the Wolfpack. Have to wait to see what the umpire says here. So instead of being an offside or a false start penalty, is a chop block on ACT, which negates a lot of their hard work they've done to be able to get into the position they are. And now they are back at midfield. A very, very big loss, and now sets up a first down and extremely long. Not many plays you can call in this sort of situation, although they do have 4 downs to work with. So you need to be able to gain yards solidly. However, they might need to go to the air here. Haven't resorted to Steve Finley as much in this second half. Been choosing to send it down the middle to Stuart Duncan, who's been picking up some hard blocks of yards. Fakes the handoff. Finley has time. Throws it downfield. Good pass, but it's past everyone. Needed a few more yards of pace on his receiver, Anthony Bazzullo. And doesn't get it, and it sets up second down and very long. Second down and 25 now. Split backs. Toss play to Duncan. Hands off to the end around. Looking for the halfback pass. The pass is down the field. It's tipped and it's going to fall into the hands of Anthony Bazzullo. Very lucky turn of events for the Monarchs. There is a flag down on the play, however. But after that halfback pass play on the end around, the Wolfpack read it very well and almost were on it. Tim MacArthur with the throw. He got tipped up by a defender and falls very luckily into the hands of Bazzullo, who was out the back, and he might have the first down from second down and 25. An extraordinary play. But we'll have to see what the penalty is on here from the umpires, because that could negate this play. Andrew Butters is being called for a block in the back, and that will not only negate that big gain that they got from that play, but it will also send them back even further. And Steve Finley is profusely arguing his case to the referee, but to no avail. And the ACT Monarchs, after being in potentially good field position, are now all the way back at midfield. However, they will technically gain yards on the play due to the penalty. So now second down and 20. Potentially second down and 21. I formation, Finley. Hands it off down the middle to Duncan. Duncan ducks to the outside, and he gets good blocking from the receiver. But the linebacker is equal to the task. They're able to bring him down. That's still a decent gain, but it's definitely not going to be good enough to get them near the first down marker which they need. But it sets up a more manageable third and long situation than what they were in before, that's for sure. 3rd down and 12 certainly is a lot more manageable than 3rd down and 25. This Wolfpack defense showing they can definitely contain to the outside. Made sure they haven't let Duncan beat them down the sidelines. Now 3rd down and 12. Finley is under pressure immediately from the Wolfpack. And he tries to shovel the ball out, and it will be incomplete. Under immediate pressure, the second the ball was snapped, and managed to somehow get the ball away. But it will not be enough for them. They are now 4th down and 12. The situation is interesting now if they go for the punt to try to put the Wolfpack right back on their own goal line, or if they try to go for it here on 4th down to keep this drive alive. And right now that seems like the better option because they need points and they need them fast at the moment. So now 4th down and 12. Finley under center. Wolfpack 7 in the box. Finley drops back, has time, looks deep downfield. The throw is intercepted. And the pass will fall short of his intended target. And the Wolfpack continuing to assert their dominance in this one. Marcos Delana making a terrific play to jump in front of the route. And he will pick it off. There is a scrummage in the middle of the field, however, and flags are starting to fly. This match definitely getting scrappy at the moment. And after a lengthy spell of discussion on the field, the Wolfpack will take over possession here at the 35-yard line with time running down in the 3rd quarter. Plenty of fire out of both teams in this contest so far. But it has been the Wolfpack for this match so far. 37-0 at the moment. As time runs down here in the 3rd quarter. Dorney back in as quarterback for the Wolfpack. as the Monarchs on the sideline having a good team get together here to rally the troops here for a final quarter charge. It's now first down now for the Wolfpack. Monarchs lining up. 3 on the line, but bringing a blitz. Dorney down the middle. Good blocking on the outside. And a big hit. Number 50, Logan Saniko. And number 22, Sean Gattuso. Making big hits on the play here to try to send a statement. Maybe the huddle would work. And now it's second down and 9 here. Spread set. 2 wide receivers each side. Dorney, low snap. Takes it well, passes to the outside. And he'll get his man. He dodges one and gets brought down by his ankles by another. Nice play, Mark Shoebridge on the reception. And the Wolfpack now, third down and short situation. But might look to run the clock out here from the third quarter, and that will do us. In past 3 quarters, it is 37-0 in terms of the Wolfpack at the moment. Plenty of heat and fire in this one so far, but it has been the Wolfpack dominating here. It's going to take something special from the Monarchs to come back from this one. Back in the fourth quarter shortly here on Ascension Sports TV. Back now for the fourth quarter of this Australian Gridiron League match between the New South Wales Wolfpack and the ACT Monarchs. Flags thrown. Potentially a false start on the offense there. Have to wait to see what the call is. The Wolfpack in this match might have been lucky enough to have a 21-point lead at half-time, but have really asserted their dominance in the third and made sure that they knew that this is a team to be reckoned with, especially in this Australian Gridiron League. They have the SA Sharks in a few weeks' time. They'll be looking forward to that challenge. In the meantime, they'll get a penalty to get them an automatic first down. Spread set. Dorney, low snap. Takes his time, composes himself, throws it to the outside. Hurdles. And the wide receiver, a hurdles defender, and he gets to the first down marker. And that could potentially be a first down. Mark Legg on the reception, and even the second string receivers that are coming in are doing their job at the moment. Kieran and Dorney making all the receivers out there look good. Spread set again. Second down and 1. Backfield has time. Passes to the outside again. This time to the other side of his vision. That'll definitely be enough for the first down. Mark Shoebridge on the reception. Dorney continued to go some strength for strength in this one. The Monarchs unable to contain the Wolfpack at the moment, and especially in this no-huddle offense, which is keeping the Monarchs from communicating in the huddle. Even now, a bit of chaos behind the line for the Monarchs. trips on the right-hand side. Dorney has time under pressure. The pass on scrambling backwards is no good. And that's going to set up a 2nd down and 10 situation on their own 37-yard line. Two backs in the backfield now for the Wolfpack. Two receivers to the right-hand side. Dorney hands it off down the middle. And the Monarchs are equal to the challenge. They'll prevent it from getting any more than 2 or 3 yards on the carry. Nick Grant has been good today, but the Wolfpack have rotated through their backs and have gotten some terrific production from other guys as well, such as Mason Sakuni, who's shown incredible quickness and agility to score 3 touchdowns today, Now 3rd down and 7. Spread set. Dorney potentially looking to pass on this one. Sits back, has time, throws to the outside, and it looks as if his receiver number 83, Thomas Granger, unable to get his footing. Didn't get the turnaround right, and that will go down as an incomplete pass. It's now going to be 4th down and 7 for the Wolfpack. You can expect the Wolfpack might not bother punting here and might just go for it to continue to extend their lead into this one. But there will be a timeout on the play. ACT Monarchs needing a minute to talk it over. Fourth down and 7 now for the Wolfpack. Spread set again. Fullback in the backfield next to Keenan Dorney. Sits back. Has time. Now he's under pressure. Great sack. And the Monarchs showing some heart here already. Terrific play. Number 50, Logan Sinico with the sack. And he is going to prevent the 4th down conversion. And the Monarchs will get the ball back in good position here on their own 42-yard line. With roughly 10 minutes left in the 4th, the Monarchs will at least be looking to put 1 or 2 scores on the board before this game is done. Restore some pride because realistically they haven't played as bad as the scoreline suggests. It's just the Wolfpack have been terrific on the offensive front today and have made them pay for every opportunity they have gotten. That's what the good teams do. I formation. Finley under center. Drops back. Quick drop. Fakes. And the pass outside is incomplete to Duncan. Finley consistently under pressure there from a moving line. And his pass is just wide of Duncan. The Monarchs now facing 2nd and 10. Second down and 10 now. Wolfpack looking to blitz. Duncan, the handoff off the middle, and he is going nowhere. Wolfpack stacking the box to make sure that they are ready for the run, and Duncan is going nowhere on the play. He will probably get a yard if he's lucky on the play. 3rd down and 9 now for the Monarchs. This Wolfpack defense has been able to come up to the challenge here in the second half after being let off the hook once or twice in the first. They've really stepped up and completely strangled the Monarchs. And now be looking to do that again. 3rd down and 9. Hands up off the middle. He manages to get a gap, but he's hit in the open field. Tom Padgett brought down by a very good tackle from number 82 of the Wolfpack. It's those open field tackles which really make a difference in the end. Stephen Marshall right on the money with the tackle, and now a 4th down and 3 situation for the Monarchs. Definitely are in no position to punt now. They need points. Once again lining up in that I formation, which the Monarchs consistently go in. Once again, they're stacking the box. Hand up the middle again to Paget, but this time he's in for the 1st down. That fullback dive for the 2nd time in a row, working to good effect. And now the Monarchs keep their drive alive as they move past midfield now on the 46-yard line of the Wolfpack. Wolfpack lining up 4-3. Bringing 8 into the box. Cutting up and down the inside. Good agility. He gets into the linebacking group. Gets brought down as soon as he enters there, however. 5 yards on the play. 2nd down and 5 there for Stuart Duncan, who's had to work hard for his yards after the first quarter. Wolfpack's made some good adjustments and made sure that they are all over his running at the moment, forcing Finley to pass in the air. Now I formation now on 2nd down and 5. Once again stuck in the box, the Wolfpack. They put it down the middle for the fullback dive again. And he will get a few more yards as they continue to move forward. At a slow and steady rate, but if it's going to score you points, that's all that matters at this stage of the game anyway. 3rd down and 2 coming up for the Monarchs. Monarchs now looking to convert here, bringing everyone into the box of Wolfpack. The fake toss to the outside. And Stuart Duncan fumbling the toss, and the Wolfpack being able to recover another fumble. And the Monarchs once again throwing away a decent drive on a turnover, and the Wolfpack only happy to oblige. Went for the fake fullback dive down the middle, which has worked to good effect in the last few plays. The toss to the outside, hitting the shoulder of Stuart Duncan. And quick response work from the linebacking core to jump on that one. And now the Wolfpack will have the ball back. 2 wide receivers to the right-hand side. Kiernan Dorney out again, bringing in their 2nd stringer. Hands up the middle. And a terrific run through the gap. And he continues to stay alive. What a terrific run down the middle. And yet another score for the Wolfpack. Unbelievable lateral quickness from number 32, Mason Safkuni. And he has done a terrific job to be able to just pierce this defense for the entirety of the day. And even when he doesn't have a lot of space, he's able to run through the eye of a needle and score again for the Wolfpack. And this is beginning to come a repeat of the Queensland game for the ACT Monarchs. The score at the moment, 43-0 with 7 minutes left in the 4th. And Saf Cooney is having a day to remember, making some terrific runs through pressure. 2-point conversion now for the Wolfpack. Once again, sending most of their line off to the left-hand side. But instead changing back now for the extra point. Snap's good. And the kick is up and on its way. And that is good as well. So now 44-0 the score stands for the New South Wales Wolfpack over the ACT Monarchs here in Canberra. Kicking off again after another Wolfpack touchdown. It's a good deep kick. Duncan back to return it. He's got space to run, but the players are closing. Gets to the outside, showing some good speed. Ducks into a tackle and a big hit, but a good return. Coming from back near the 5, gets down to around the 36 or the 37-yard line, and the Monarchs will look to come back onto the field. Turnovers have been a real killer in the second half for the Monarchs. Have been unable to string together any form of offensive production without either turning the ball over or the Wolfpack getting to them first. This defense needs to be credited as much as their offense has been dominant today. The Wolfpack defense has been quick to shut down any plays to the outside and has not conceded any plays deep, especially the cornerbacks and the safeties doing a good job of limiting the pass exposure that's getting downfield, because Finley's certainly been giving it a try, but he's been unable to be able to get any big gains. And now the Wolfpacker have the luxury, stacking the box, and that'll be a flag. It will most likely be a false start here. False start penalty on the Monarchs, and that'll make life worse for them at the moment. First down and 15 faces them now. The Wolfpack have had the luxury of being able to stack the box, because Finley has taken his foot off the pedal in terms of passing in this second half, looking to run it. Once again, they're stacking the box here, looking to blitz. Toss play to the outside. Padgett's pass, shrugs one. It gets back to the original line of scrimmage, which will possibly set up a 2nd down and 10, second down and 9 situation for the Monarchs. I formation set now. Wolfpack once again stacking in. Finley drops back, has time in a crowded pocket, throws the ball over the top, and a good play from the receiver, number 80, Simon McGuinness, who's won a few jump balls today. Makes a good catch, jumps up, and will send the Monarchs past midfield. Good composure from Finley in a very tight pocket with plenty of pressure coming in around him. Tosses the ball up, and McGuinness is doing well at the moment to make sure that he is beating the defensive backs in the air. Now on the 45-yard line of the Wolfpack, the Monarchs continuing their drive. We'll look to at least add one score onto this match here. 6 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. I formation. Hands off down the middle, and he is crunched. The ball comes out, and the ball is loose, and it is recovered. And he is going all the way. Touchdown for the Wolfpack off a defensive play. Tim MacArthur running the ball up the middle for the Monarchs. The ball comes loose, and after it coming off a few hands, it is going to fall into the very willing hands of Max Granger, who will run it from midfield all the way back. And that will bring up the half century for the New South Wales Wolfpack. They now lead 50-0. And once again, turnovers, the big killer in the second half for the Monarchs. Awaiting the 2-point conversion. And the Wolfpack have clearly shown their class as this game has continued on. Monarchs certainly giving it a red-hot go, but have not been able to compete with the talent and experience that is in this Wolfpack side, and they will be very confident they will be able to head to the final, as I mentioned before, heading in and hosting the SA Sharks in 2 weeks' time. Two-point conversion now. Split backs with a third in behind the quarterback. A miscommunication on the handoff and a good hit. Nick Grant on the run. A miscommunication on the handoff, like I said, but a good tackle from Tim MacArthur will hold them out, and that will leave it at a good round figure of 50. So with just under 6 minutes left here in the fourth, the Wolfpack looking to ice this game out and potentially go for a shutout. And the kickoff is low and along the ground. Going to be a tough one for Duncan to pick up. Eventually gets there in the end. Now looking for space. Straight down the middle. Blasting through a few players. Eventually brought down near the 40-yard line. Duncan's done well to get the kickoff returns that he has in this one. Proving some explosive speed. And has also done well to get the yards that he has. They have been tough, hard-fought yards since the first quarter. The Wolfpack making good corrections here, especially considering that the Wolfpack are stacking the box and making sure they are pounding the line every single possession. So now first down now for the ACT Monarchs. Split set. Duncan's standing next to Finley in the backfield. Hands it up the middle and he pierces the gap well. But eventually gets hit solidly. Big hit from number 28 and number 40 combined. Mitch Hanley in on the tackle. And Alex Watson in there to help him. And the Monarchs will get a decent gain from that one. So now 2nd down and 2 for the Monarchs. This match may be out of their reach. We'll be at least looking to get a score on the board here. For the home fans who have turned out, a decent home crowd here. Finley back, has time. Throws it short. Padgett, he is hit hard. Stays on his feet, however. And that looks as if that will be a first down for the Monarchs here. Beautiful, great day at Greenway Oval. We thank you very much for watching this live stream here on Ascension Sports TV. Still 5 minutes left in this one. We'd also like to thank Hostworks for assisting us with this live stream. And we hope that you can continue to catch us as we continue to broadcast the Australian Gridiron League. Spread set again. On first down and 10 at midfield. Hands off to Duncan and he is wrapped up. And he's still going, somehow staying on his feet. Unbelievable effort from Duncan and eventually brought down. It seemed he was dead and gone at the middle when the line seemed to just eat him up. But manages to get out the outside and runs an extra 20 yards to seemingly gain 1 or 2. And now 2nd down and 9 for the Monarchs. And a timeout called on the plate. We'll be back shortly. First down and 10 now. Finley looking deep downfield, and it will fall short. Good coverage there from the back. And that will prevent the deep gain there from Finley. Following a good run to create the first down for the Monarchs. Continually looking to push here despite the scoreline. Here on the 31-yard line. Second down and 10. And he ducks his head and gets straight down the middle, pushed for a few yards. Third down and median coming up. Finley, deep pass down the field, and it is intercepted. And the Monarchs just cannot catch a break in this one as time continues to wind down here. There is a flag down on the play, but a good interception downfield. Finley has not had a chance to make any deep gains today because the defensive backs have been all over him at the moment. Terrific play from the Wolfpack defense, and now they're going to get the ball back deep in their own territory. Following the unsportsmanlike now. First down and 10 for the Wolfpack. Handoff up the middle. And he's going to get hit hard by a few Monarchs there. We'll be able to gain 5 or 6 on the plate. And the Wolfpack will be looking just to ice the clock in this one and wrap up what has been a terrific victory for them. Being able to overcome a difficult challenge in the first half to come away with a comfortable victory. No huddle offense. 2 backs. Hand up the middle again. And this time he is met solidly as well. The Monarchs expecting the run at this stage and being able to shut it down. Another few yards on the play. Which now leaves it at third down and 4 Spread set, 2 wide receivers on either side. Calling out instructions at the line. Sits back. Quick pass down the middle. It's tipped and almost intercepted and almost caught. And it falls down in between all the traffic in the middle. And that will bring up 4th down for the Wolfpack. And there will be a timeout on the play. And while we have a second in the action, thank you very much for joining us on Ascension Sports TV today to watch both the Australian Gridiron League matches. In case you missed the results, the ACT women's team managed to defeat the New South Wales Coyotes 32-0. A terrific game to watch. Katrina Demont scoring 3 touchdowns and Catherine Mills scoring the other 2 for ACT. And in this one here, the score 50-0 with a minute to go. Be sure to stay on Ascension Sports TV after this, because at 5:30 local time, we will be heading over to the Canberra Braves' first match against the Newcastle Northern Stars. So stick around for that. So now 4th down and 5 here. Wolfpack punting. Takes his time before he kicks it. And the kick comes off the side of the boot. It's going to trickle down. And it will stop just about at midfield. MacArthur looking to pick it up for a few extra yards, and he'll get it, but will be stopped at around the 45-yard line. First down and 10 for the Monarchs. Finley drops back, has time, scrambles, checks down. Finds his running back to the outside, but he has nowhere to go. And once again is the defensive pressure of the Wolfpack shutting down the Monarchs here, who are still looking for their first score of the match, with just under a minute left in this one. Second down and 9 for the Monarchs. 2 split set here. The snap. Finley has plenty of time to work here. Checks down again. Flag in the backfield. And good work there from Stuart Duncan to be able to manoeuvre his way for a few extra yards. The penalty might negate that, however. We'll have to wait and see what they've called it on. Holding on the defense. And that will be an automatic first down. So now the Monarchs have 30 seconds to try and score here for the first time to date. Here, and they are now at the 34-yard line. Spread set. Finley in the backfield. Has time again. Throws it down the middle. Great pass. And Tom Paget makes a terrific catch down the middle. Remember, the clock is running until they call a timeout, which they have. Still have 2 timeouts remaining, so this is definitely a possibility for them to score here. And on the 18-yard line within their red zone, they need to be able to convert here, and with efficiency too, because there's only 23 seconds left in this match. First down and 10 now. 23 seconds left. It's a race against time, and they're putting 5 wide receivers out. Oh, sorry, one of them's gone down onto the line. Spread set. Finley back, under pressure. Tries to go through the middle and does. Gets eventually brought down. There is a flag on the play, however. Not good news for the Monarchs, who have just 15 seconds left now. A penalty on them would mean that they are further out of reach of scoring their first points today. The Wolfpack, just a few more plays to defend before they can claim a shutout in their first game of the Australian Gridiron League. As previously mentioned before, they have the SA Sharks in 2 weeks, who lost 38-13 against the Western Australian Raiders. So they'll be confident heading into their next match. And holding is called on the offense, which means the Monarchs have another obstacle to get past if they're going to score here. First down and long now. Spread set, Finley has time again, checks down to his running back. He's got time to get to the outside. And he does well to get out of bounds at least to stop the clock. And he'll have time for one more play in this one. Stuart Duncan having majority of the offense run through him in the second half. There'll be some tired legs out there. But now second down and 14 here on the final play of this Australian Gridiron League match. Spread set, Finley. Time in the pocket again, throws deep, and it's intercepted. And that will sum up the day for the ACT Monarchs. Justice Kantaka making a terrific interception in the backfield, and that will do it here in Canberra at Greenway Oval. The Wolfpack have come in and they have dominated this match. 50-0 is your final score. Terrific performance from Kiernan Dorney and the offensive unit from the Wolfpack, and then the defense to come out and hold the Monarchs, who looked very good on the offensive end in the first half, to hold them to 0 points in this one. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Chris Guscott. On behalf of Ascension Sports TV, we'd like to thank you for watching. I'd like to thank Hostworks for assisting us with this live stream. Just because the game is over doesn't mean you have to go anywhere just yet. In a few hours' time, we'll be live from the Canberra Brave match as they open their Australian Hockey League match against the Newcastle Northern Stars. So stay tuned for that at 5:30 local time. Thank you very much for watching.